Hey, it's your girl, Allison Williams.
Hey, this is Devon Howard.
Hi, this is Beth.
Hi, this is Cindy Mizell.
Hi, this is Tony Walker.
Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Darian Dean.
Hey, everybody. This is the Queen of Philadelphia, Tangeray Hayward.
Hey, everybody. This is Yazra.
Hi, this is Mason.
Hey, everybody. This is Russell Taylor.
Hey, this is Shireen Crutchfield.
And this is Ricky Jones.
And we are Crutchfield Jones.
Hey, this is Corey Day.
Hey, this is your girl, Castella.
What's up, y'all? This is St. James, and you're listening to my man, Troy Saunders, on the Bass Entertainment Podcast. Let's get it, baby.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Bass Entertainment Podcast. It's your host here, Troy Saunders. I got to give myself some hair class sometime, you know. I just want to say thank you for coming on and checking out my podcast. We are, in case you didn't know, we are here promoting the best in indie soul, jazz, R&B, inspirational, and just all good music. So if you are into good music and love to hear it and hear people talk about it and get into it and what went behind it, you're at the right place. And the gentleman that we have on today is, I'm telling you, this is one of the smoothest. I mean, everything that he puts out is just on point. And I'm loving it. And I'm here for it. So I'm so happy and honored that he's here today. And his name is Cornell CC Carter. So before we start to speak to Mr. CC, we are going to play a little something off his first album. And it's a beautiful introduction. It's a positive song. It's a song that we need today. Where do we go? What's going on in this world? What is going on in this country? And it's a question that we all ask, I'm sure. So check this out. I'm sure you love it. This is called Where Do We Go From Here?
As I look around the world, I wonder where we're gonna go from here.
So much trouble, violence and confusion that we all can see. Families of the world have been torn apart. Do you hear the baby scream? If we as the people don't make a change in the way that we communicate, then the future of our children will never learn to love in the midst of so much hate. So where do we go? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Now sometimes I sit and wonder to myself, what has happened in this life?
Yeah, I just want to give you a little bit of that so that you can go out there and download it and buy it and support. That's what we need. We need to support this good music. And the way to support it is to share it, to buy it, to download it, to stream it. You know, if you can, it'd be better to just buy it or find a way to download it, because streaming it, it's cool. You get numbers from it, but you know, that's not a grease in nobody's pocket. Not at all. So I just want to say, before we get into anything else, let's bring the brother on. Let's bring on Mr. Cornell CC Carter.
Yes, sir. Great to be here.
Hey, I'm glad you are here. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, nice to all the way from New York and UK on the line today.
Yes. So how you doing? What's going on in the UK?
Well, as you know, of course, you're in the industry. I'm promoting the new single. It's so nice, and just actually did a show here with Howard Johnson and D Train 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So we were here doing the show together, and now it's just promoting and working on some collaborations while I'm here as well. So it's great.
Yeah. So that first song, it's self-explanatory, but that must have went on, since that came out in 2016, that must be deal with the political climate that we had going on around here.
Yeah. Well, it was part of the whole Barack Obama era when he became president in 2008. And so that song was actually written probably around 2013. And because of the energy of the world, what was happening, what they was doing to a whole lot of our brothers. So it's, they've been doing this for a long time, but it incensed me to the point where it was driven from Martin Luther King. He asked that question back in the 60s about where do we go from here? So, I decided to put my take in on it, so we always talk about police this and people doing this, but no one really says, okay, where do we go? What we going to do now? So that was kind of my motivation for writing that song.
Well, I love it. And I love how you always put a little sample of something in the past in there, like your album, Vindicated Soul, all of the remakes that you have done on that album, and some of the samples from like Curtis Mayfield, and you did Marvin Gaye and Al Green and Willie Hutch, the Commodores.
Yes.
I mean, you really did it on that album, and I love it.
I appreciate it. Well, we wanted to introduce some of those songs again, but to try to make sure that I didn't take too much away from the original, and paying homage to them versus trying to say, okay, let me do it my way. So, I learned from some of the greatest producers and some of the greatest artists in the world is to try not to damage what our legacy is. If you can add a little something to it, add a little something to it. So that's kind of what we did.
Well, that's what you've been doing in all your projects, from what I can tell, from what I've been listening to. And you're good friends with narrator Michael Warden. I mean, please.
Yeah, that's one of my best friends, man. So it's great to hang out with that royalty, sometimes. You learn a lot.
Yeah. So can we go back and see, how did we get to 2016?
Yeah. I mean, what ended up happening prior to that was, besides raising a family and, things like that, which we have to do. And so the one big aspect to me is to maintain your living and take care of your family. So music wasn't at the forefront of my life for a long time because I did have to take care of my family. But once the kids have started growing up and started doing things, then I said, okay, let me get back into this, doing what I'm doing for a change. So prior to that, top 40 bands, I've always been on the stage somewhere, but it wasn't at the magnitude of actually releasing my own material until I took care of my family.
I get it. Believe me. Because, I mean, it's the same thing with me. I mean, I used to promote shows and stuff around the city earlier in the early 2000s. And I used to be in the 90s. I used to be all over the place. Sometimes a little acting, a little singing and stuff. But then, once I adopted a daughter and everything, then all that stuff had to, go to the wayside. And I was working for, a regular 9 to 5. So that took up a lot of time. And so now that I'm retired from that 9 to 5, I say, hey, let me jump back into what I was doing. Let me, start to rehash 100%. This type of stuff. So I get you 100%.
I mean, if you have a passion for something, but sometimes reality takes over your passion.
Exactly.
So that's what we did. So before that, I was doing all session singers, doing a lot of background stuff, but never really getting out there until we started recording the album, probably 2014, 2015. and then it came out in 2016.
Well, you know, that album, you got so many gems on there.
I appreciate that. I mean, we just to, you know, probably the funnest track we did was Zoom on the In the Moment album was a song that I always wanted to do. I used to do it in a cover band years ago, but man, we said we got to do Zoom, man.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's a perfect introduction. Let's give everybody a little bit of Zoom.
Let's go.
Now, y'all know the original by the Commodores. CC put his spin on it. Should I just call you CC or Cornell?
Either one. CC, we partners now, so it's CC.
All right. So CC put his spin on it, and I just want y'all to hear it. This is Zoom, and it's off the album CC in the Moment. And if you haven't heard this one, I need for you all to go over to your favorite listening platform and download it, subscribe. And if they go to your page, can they purchase it?
Absolutely. All the albums are on there. So on my CornellCarterMusic.com.
All right. That's even better. Just going over there and get you a hard copy. You know, therefore you get the credits, you get to read it. You can feel like it's back in the 90s. You can hold it in your hand, you know, and get to read all the liner notes.
Yes.
So once again, we're going to play a little Zoom. This is one of my jams off of here too. And this is the Steppers mix.
I like to fly away. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I like to fly away. I may be just a foolish dreamer, but I don't care, because I know my happiness is waiting out there somewhere. I'm searching for that silver lining, horizons that I'll never see. Oh, I like to take just this moment and dream my dream. Whoa, dream my dream. Whoa, zoom. I like to fly far away from here, where my mind, all on is fresh and clear, and I found love that I long to see, where everybody can be what they want to be. Whoa, I like to breathe the sun each morning.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Are you doing all those harmonies?
Yes.
I love it. I mean, you're doing such a great job on it. I'm like, you have such a good range also, what I've been listening to also. Like when
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
I was listening to what's it? I think you got a house version of a Earth, Wind and Fire song. What song is it?
Oh, you're talking about Keep Your Head to the Sky.
Yeah.
Spin. With DJ Spin out of DC.
Yeah.
It's a slammer.
One of my good friends, she works with with DJ Spin.
Yeah.
Renee Melendez.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We did a show in Croatia together, and I was doing a little bit of the Delphonics, La Means I Love You. And Spin was back there DJing. When we did it, he says, man, we got to talk. He says, I want you to do this Earth, Wind, and Fire track with me, when he heard my falsetto. And so that's how that happened.
So because I heard, I said, all right, now, wait a second. Let me ask you another question. Mm-hmm. Now, I always ask the background of the singer or the artist, and want to find out, most people say, well, I'm either was in the church, or, the family played a whole lot of music around the house. Do you have other siblings that sing? And
Yeah. The first part is correct. We played a lot of music around the house, but we went to church as well. But my main motivation is, some people who know my story realize that most of my motivation for singing was from my brother Donald. My brother Donald sung with a singing group, but I was a young kid then. I had no idea about singing, but my brother died in a tragic car accident at 18. But he had one of those Eddie Kendricks voices. And so I used to listen to him sing with his group. So when my brother passed on, it took a little while before, of course I was too young then. But so I decided that it was time for me to do what I could do to carry his legacy on, once I found out that I actually had a voice. So I've dedicated my entire career to my brother Donald to keep his legacy going.
Wow. Well, you know what? I'm sure Donald's looking down saying, brother, you do the damn thing, because you he's probably in there. I'm sure he's controlling some of those moves that you make and you don't even know it. The ancestors.
Man, you already know I know, because I'll be feeling him. So I feel his presence all the time, man. So you are absolutely right. That I feel his presence every time I open my mouth to sing in front of a microphone. He's there.
I know that feeling too.
Yeah, man.
My mother passed away a few years ago, and sometimes I can just feel. I'm like, oh God, my mother's here, and I feel I look at myself as like, is that my head? Is that my mother's head? It's like
it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like she jumped in my body some kind of way.
Man, I think they do. I think I believe that 100%, because sometimes, man. My mom passed away about 20 something years ago, but it's almost like I smell her scent sometime, man. I'm sitting by the bed and it's like, wow, is that mama sitting there? Mm-hmm. So it's amazing.
It is amazing. So when people say, there is something after death. Okay.
Man, you better tell somebody.
Okay.
I know that for a fact.
Exactly.
There's definitely something else that's happening. So
it's definitely. So no need to be scared, because wherever you go,
no, don't be scared. Don't be scared.
It's a whole new experience.
Yeah. But to go on from the music element of the conversation, mm-hmm. all of the songs that I end up singing or writing, sitting down writing, it comes from a place that, I don't sit down one day and say, I'm going to write a song. It don't happen that way. It's just some kind of divine presence just come into you in the creative aspect. So that's something out there that we don't know anything about. So I just go with it, man.
Well, you know what? That's going to lead me to this song right here, Sunshine. That's one of my favorites off that album also. So I'm going to give everybody a little clip of that one too.
All right.
So check this out. This is Sunshine,
When I wake up in the morning and I feel that light on my face, y'all, I give thanks and appreciation, 'cause I know that it's a brand new day. I go outside, 'cause I realize every day is a real true blessing. I hear the birds sing and I know
You know, that line right there, you want to see kids outside. I know that's right.
Man, can y'all just go outside, man?
Right. Did I stop
What
that?
happened? What happened?
Right. Everybody want to be in the house all day playing a daggone game. Get out of here looking at a computer. Yeah, so yeah, I lived that song. I said, you know, it speaks to a lot of people, you know, and yes. I felt it was also a good song to put after we just got finished talking about, you know.
Yeah,
we got to go on and live our lives. We got to be in the sunshine. We got to keep moving, you know. Life is too short, so go on and enjoy yourselves.
Hey everybody, this is Rebecca Jade, and you're listening to Troy Saunders on the one and only Bass Entertainment Podcast.
So let's get back to the next album after that, The Vindicated Soul. I mean, I call it, Vindicated Soul. I see you like to do a lot of Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye's your man, ain't it?
Oh, he's top.
I know.
He's the top. But I mean, that's, you know, if there is 1 through 10, he would probably be 1 through 10 for me. I mean, you got to start there, man.
You got to, because nobody lays down the vocals like he did,
man.
And the layering.
You know, that's exactly, man. You're a genius for saying that, because that's how I learned how to layer vocals, by sitting down, listening to Marvin, and then counterparts and oohs and ahs and things that he didn't need much instrumentation. He used his voice for that.
Yes.
So, but it's a gift. It's, you know, we talk about singers and artists, but there are some people that just come here who are gifted, and that man was gifted.
Yes, he was.
You know, so.
Yes, he was. And like I was saying, my father, the same thing, Marvin Gaye. So, I mean, I grew up on Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye is in my DNA. Okay.
I mean, you just you can go as far back as you want with Marvin, and I don't think there's any song you could put on that he ever did that you wouldn't feel something.
Because it came from a special place with him, and nothing was superficial.
No,
everything came from his heart. It came from a place of feeling.
Yeah,
he lived it.
Yeah, that's the key statement right there. He lived it, and when you live something, and I live music. I mean, when you live something, man, it's everything that you are. And it comes across in your songs, which is, you know, I learned from the best that don't even grab the mic. If you're not going to give it 100%, don't even do it. So that's what you learn from those geniuses. We've had some great geniuses and been fortunate enough to grow up listening to them and learn from them.
Yes. Like I say, like Marvin's layering is insane. Stevie, what he does, insane.
Yeah.
And on the female side, I think Shaka's layering is like incredible too. She was doing some stuff when she came out. I was like, ooh.
Shaka was doing some stuff. A lot of people, man, slept on Shaka, man. You know, but she had her own sound. She came in with her own sound. She sounded like nobody.
Correct.
That is what music, when you think of those genius voices, like you said, Stevie and Marvin and Shaka, Aretha, there's those voices, man. That's them one-of-a-kind voices. Don't try to duplicate them. Don't do it.
You can't. And the crazy thing about it is that what they laid down still lives on now. And some people don't even know that they are doing because it became the normal way of singing.
Correct.
You know?
Correct. Because
so many people listened to it and copied it that it became the normal way of singing. They don't even know where it originated from.
No. They came in and they actually changed how singers sing. So, there's always been musicians. There's always been music that changes, but when you have a singer that changes everything, that's what they were. So
exactly. So
yes,
I'm so glad that Shaka is getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year.
Oh, it's way past due.
Way past due.
But I know she was a little disgruntled when they put out that list about the top singers, and she was behind certain singers that she didn't feel she should have been behind. But I get it.
I did say that's why you're mad at Shaka. She just say how she feel. Why can't she say how she feel? Everybody else say whatever the hell they want to say around here nowadays. Listen to music. Everything is an F-ball, a B-ball.
Right.
Using the N-word every 5 minutes. So she can't say what she got to say about how she feels.
And then she got to apologize for it after,
right.
Whatever,
So we going to play a little bit something from Vindicated. So
all right.
We're going to do all the way around.
Oh,
since we're going to talk about Marvin.
Oh, yeah. You got to go there.
We got to go there. You can't say Marvin and don't play this song.
No, man. That was one of the songs we did that actually introduced me to a whole new audience of listeners, because no one expected that song to be redone. Mm-hmm. But, that was one in my archive that I always wanted to do. And I think we did a pretty decent job with it.
I think so too. And a matter of fact, you had a collaboration we got to do with What's Going On over also.
Yeah, with all the other independent artists, with Terry Green and a bunch of beautiful independent soul singers. So we had fun doing that.
Yeah, I enjoyed that also. But right now we're gonna play all the way around, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Like he said, no one expected that one to be redone. Everybody does, What's Going On, all the more common songs. He went back into the archives and got them B-sides.
Got it. You know what I'm doing, man. You know what I'm doing.
I got you. So check this out, y'all.
All right.
Let's get it on, but how you gonna act this time around? Before we take it off, down to the skin, let's get an understanding. Girl, you didn't understand my philosophy. You did not understand. You just ran away from me. Oh, I miss you, babe. Ooh, I miss you, babe. How I miss you. You're the best I ever had. You're so bad, baby, but I must like you like that. Although you won't let me control, just know that I still want it. You're where it's at. Oh, now I see you're coming straight to the point. You say the more you get, baby, the more you want. Wasting my time, but I see you, baby. It's so hard to find. Although you ran all over the town, baby, having your fast, I still got to accept you back. Angel, although you're promiscuous, I don't mind a bit, 'cause you're still the greatest lady.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
That's bad. Y'all better go on over there and buy this damn Gold album, man. Go on over there.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Go on over to that page and get it now, because this is just incredible. And what he does with the Al Green song. That's another one of my favorite ones on this too.
Oh man, yeah, that's my family was huge on Al Green, and again, going with songs that wasn't on the radio, but we knew that those songs meant so much to families who listened. So it's one of those things, man, where I've always been deep rooted with my faith, deep rooted with my family, and music has always been what got our family through everything we went through. And to be it passed over generations, and somehow, I got to carry the torch of being the singer in the family. So, but being able to do a song like All the Way Around and Al Green and those things, man, to sit back and listen to them now, it's I'm glad to be able to share those songs that people wasn't even familiar with.
Get out of here. Well, I guess I was like, what? They wasn't familiar with them songs? I'm like, what? Because that was like I said, that's in my DNA. I mean, I know all those songs. I mean, my family played everything, so.
Right.
So when I hear people say they didn't know about that, I'm like, what? Like, matter of fact, I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I would say, did you hear Gene Kahn's first album with Free Love on it? And I was talking about a song on there called Don't You Know Love When You Feel It? And she was like, I don't know that song. Like, you don't know that song? Like, go get it. Because that first album is insane. I love Gene Kahn.
Yeah.
That's what's singing heifer there.
You know it. You know when somebody say heifer.
No disrespect at all.
No, there is no disrespect.
Oh man. So the next album after Vindicated Love was Soul is One Love.
Yes.
And
yes.
I hate to admit it. I didn't know any of your music to this album.
And no, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
I felt bad. I was like, wait a second, where have I been all these, the past few years?
Don't feel bad. One Love, and I'll say this to your audience and my producer, Kurt Crumpler. One Love is what put us on the map. We did some nice stuff before. That's kind of an introduction. But One Love established who Cornell CC Carter is and continues to be, because that album is still probably my most popular album to this day.
Well, I know when I heard When You Get This Feeling, I was like, well, who the hell is this?
Yeah, man.
And that's what made me go back and check out everything else.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A lot of people actually did that. It caused you to go, okay, well, that couldn't have been the first thing he's done. But One Love, it did make everyone go back and search the catalog and discover, that we had already been out here. But it's a slow process, and I'm sure every independent artist or artist there is knows that it's a process to this game. It don't just happen like that,
No, it doesn't.
So something has to catapult you into that wider range of listeners. So One Love was the beginning of that.
Well, I know the catapult, it got me into it. I was like, wait a second. Let me find out. Let me find out. And in case y'all don't know, let me tell you who we're talking to. We're talking to Cornell CC Carter. Yeah. So in case you all were like me and you didn't know anything until One Love album, I'm glad I was able to play a little things that went on previously, so you can say, oh, and if you didn't know, maybe you don't even know until the latest single.
It could be.
So that's why I like to go back a little bit and play things from previous albums and previous singles, just so everybody can say, oh, wait a second, there's more stuff out there. It's not just this one song that I've been hearing.
Right.
know?
Well, Troy, I appreciate you, doing that, too, because it's nice that the listeners can actually hear that there was other things that happened, because we kind of lose history because there's so much coming in and so much music going out that, you know, you try to write timeless music, but you don't really know what timeless music is until it comes out.
Right. And then sometimes you might write a song and it doesn't catch to years later. I've seen that happen.
I've experienced that.
You know?
So you're right.
Like, wait a second. I wrote that song, 10 years ago,
Well, that was just like when you played Where Do We Go From Here? I had wrote that 4 years prior to us actually even recording it. Mm. So it happens.
But it was still timeless. It still fit the time.
It was time.
I mean, you think about like what's going on. That still, holds true to the day.
It sat on the shelf for 2 years before Berry Gordy finally let it go.
Right.
He did it in 1969 and they didn't release it till 71.
Yep, 71. Well, you know what? It's still, a matter of fact, didn't Rolling Stone or Billboard rate it the ~1 album of all time?
Yeah. Still.
It was Rolling Stone. Yes. So we're gonna play a little bit of that feeling.
All right.
And then, like I said, this is a song that opened my eyes and made me go, let me check this out. So if this is the first time you are hearing of Cornell CC Carter and you just listen because you just like to hear my voice, check this out. And it's going to make you love Cornell, Mr. CC's voice also. So check this out.
Romance. Searching. Never finding though. Then you appear. That feeling. Get that feeling. Love. Get that feeling. Passion. Get that feeling. Romance. Get that feeling. We found each other. Get that feeling. In the dark. Get that feeling. To light. Baby, it's cool. To describe the way that I feel about you, baby, there's no words that can explain. Something crazy happens to me every time you call my name. We're flying high, a natural high, without the fear of it ever coming down. And I realize that I feel it every time I'm with you. And I get that feeling, get that feeling, baby, get that feeling. Oh yeah. Ooh, when I see your face, get that feeling. I get that feeling every time. It's cool. Your eyes, that smile, the essence of your beauty I see next to me. When I'm holding you, all I can do is love you just the way you were meant to be. We're flying high like a bird in flight without the fear of ever coming down. Oh, baby. And I realize every moment that I spend on you.
I don't even want to fade it.
I heard that.
Like, daggone, I got to fade it.
I gotta fade that out.
So is San Francisco still home? Is that area?
Yeah, still Bay Area, still home. I mean, the whole region, Bay Area, born in Berkeley, grew up in San Francisco. But, when you're Bay Area is Oakland, San Francisco.
Yeah.
All the above. Yeah, so that's still home.
Good. And so many great people come out of that area.
Yes.
Like I see you said you opened with Sly and the Family Stone.
Man, wasn't that a trip that night?
I can imagine.
Waiting on Sly to come out, man. He, in a Winnebago, he's behind stage, Cynthia and everybody out, after we did our thing. Man, this man he sat in that Winnebago back there for about 3 hours before he just finally decided, okay, yeah, I'm gonna come on out, do my thing. But it was a phenomenal experience, though.
I can imagine.
When he did come out, he's like, "Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, and was that in the Bay Area?
Yeah, that was we did a show in San Jose, and a few other, some big moments, opening up for James.
How did that?
Opening up with Ray Charles. Being in bands, we were one of the top bands. So one of the things about when you're in a top band, you kind of open up they call you to open up for a lot of artists. Mm-hmm. So I've been blessed to be in the company of some great beings on this planet. So before they passed on, because James, he was getting up in age, early 2000s when we opened up for him.
Yeah.
And, but still, man, they still got out there and did it. So I've had some great moments.
I've seen James Brown once, and it was James Brown and Shaka Khan at Central Park Summer Stage.
Okay.
In Manhattan, in the city, New York City. That was an incredible show. Shaka opened for James. Shaka was feeling good that day because she sang her ever loving ass off.
Yeah, you when she really want to. Man,
I took my mother to that show. That must be like 90, that was like 97, 98, something like that, 96, 7. And I took my mother to that show. And, when I was a kid, she would say, "Why are you listening to that woman so much? All she doing is yelling." And my father would say, Don't pay no attention to her. She don't know. She don't get it.
Yeah, she don't get that. She don't get it.
So when I took her to the show, she said, "Oh, now I understand. Mm-hmm. Now I see it." She said, "That woman is bad." I said, "I told you all these years you wasn't listening to her."
That's a diva.
Okay. Yeah, she was on point that day. I mean, it's like ridiculous. People was just throwing stuff at the stage and just notes after notes just coming.
Yeah, man. And still to this day, man, still get out there, just do her thing,
Yeah.
So longevity.
Yes. 70 years old and still doing it. Go ahead, girl.
Still doing it. Yes.
Hey, this is Shireen Crutchfield.
And this is Ricky Jones.
And we are Crutchfield Jones. And you are listening to Troy Saunders on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.
So yeah, this album, One Love, it's just, hit after hit. Everything on it is just perfect. So
man,
for me to pick out songs
and it didn't go without, great production, great writers, along with myself and Kirk, but, Brian Brazil, who was with Larry Graham, and, David Council, who was with Larry Graham. So we had some other writers that came in to join in on the party, and every track we did, we were all happy with. So
I know I'm happy with it too.
Well, y'all go out and buy that album, man.
Okay. Yeah. Everybody going out there. Matter of fact, get all, 4 albums?
5 now.
Oh, 5. That's right. 5.
5. Yeah, 5.
Get all 5 albums. Going out there and get it, because it's with CC in the Moment, Vindicated Soul, One Love, Absolutely, and Next Life.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I had to write them down so I can remember everybody.
Well, you're doing proper promo, so it's, you got to get it right.
That's right. You got to get it right, because, you can't be saying all sorts of crazy stuff. So what is he talking about? He didn't do his daggone research. What's wrong?
Right.
I had somebody come to me before and say, "You know what? I'm glad when I come on your show, because you do the research. You know what goes behind everything, the music behind it, the story behind it." I said, "Well, how you going to have somebody on there and don't do the research?"
Man. Yeah, you're right. I mean, and it's rewarding for us. And, it's beautiful that someone took the time before they interview you to actually go back and see, okay, where did this person come from? Because, I get some questions asked of me sometime, and I'm sure man, did this man even know anything about me at all?
And you sitting there looking like, you got to be cool about it.
Favorite food? What's my favorite food, man? Why are we even talking about what my favorite food is?
Right. You just making up stuff to say.
Right.
Can we talk about the subject? Nobody cares about the food.
No.
So you know what? We talked about Keep Your Head to the Sky.
Okay.
I'm gonna play that DJ Spins mix.
Let's go.
I'm gonna play a little bit of that too. So we talked about this earlier. So this is CC with DJ Spin, and they doing a house version of Keep Your Head to the Sky by the Earth, Wind & Fire, and they are wearing it out. If you love house music, if you just love good music, I mean, people always say house music and put it in a different category. I still consider that as part of soul, jazz. To me, it's kind of like a fusion of gospel, soul, jazz.
Yeah.
It's a fusion of all that dance. It's a fusion of all that. It's just an extension to me of soul music. Because it makes you hit your soul. Soul music is just music that makes you feel something.
Absolutely.
So here we go. Keep your head to the sky.
Master told me one day I find peace in every way, but in search for the clue, wrong things I was bound to do. Keep my head to the sky for the clouds to tell me why. As I grew and with strength, Master kept me as I repent, and he said, keep your head to the sky. Keep your head to the sky. He gave me the will to be free, purpose to live this reality. Hey, I find myself never alone. Chances came to make me strong, to step right up and be a man. You need faith to understand. So we're saying for you to hear, keep your head in faith atmosphere. Keep your head to the sky. So the clouds can tell you why,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And people don't know how hard that is to go from your falsetto to your natural voice.
No.
Okay.
They don't.
Because it's a cracking
They
point in there, and to do it smoothly is very difficult to do.
Yes.
And you did a good job.
It's one of those things that, as an artist, we call it 10,000 hours of practice. And I'm sure you know about that. Successful is a book about that. And throughout the years, at a certain point, you get to those 10,000 hours of practice.
Mm-hmm.
In order for anything to actually be successful, you got to put an amount of practice to it. So it wasn't just starting to sing a couple of years ago. It's all those rehearsals, all those practices, singing in the car, singing during classes, and all those things. So after you get past those 10,000 hours, then you learn what your voice can do and what it can't do.
Exactly.
So for me, I know what it can do and what it can't do. And so that's where then you can have the confidence to know, okay, I can go down here and go, You can do that, but you got to practice it for a while before you actually can just do that.
So true. I mean, I think about it now. When I was a kid, I mean, as you can tell, I like to sing every so often. And
yes,
when I was younger, I was scared to go into a higher register. And my father said, "You could do it. You could do it." And I would stay in the baritone, register all the time because that was comfortable for me.
Right.
He said, "But you got the potential. You can go higher. You can go higher." And I'm like, "No, I can't. No, I can't." Now, I find myself singing in those higher registers with no problem, with ease, and I'm like, "Oh my God!" All these years I would say I couldn't do it.
Right.
And then you just keep doing it before you know
you
it's
keep
like
doing it. Yeah. You keep working at it. It's just one of those things where, you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Right.
That's the singer's mantra. You're going to be uncomfortable. And anybody who's a singer, you're trying to find comfort. That's the wrong place to go. Find comfortable being uncomfortable. And that's where you can reach a potential you didn't even realize you even had. Trying to mimic Stevie Wonder when I was growing up my voice was cracking like regularly.
Me too.
Man, I'll never be able to do that.
And that's one of the songs my father was trying to get me to sing. It was a Stevie Wonder song.
How about that? Stevie would break your voice in half, man, trying to sing like that dude.
His voice was right in between where it changed for me.
Yes.
I was like, well, how is he singing right in that spot? Because that spot, I either have to go lower or higher. But to sing the whole song right in that spot, like, later for that. in a natural, because I had a falsetto, so I could do it in a falsetto, but there was no way I could do it in a natural. And then later on it developed, then I started surprising myself and said, okay, all right, okay. But it's because you listen to singers like that, and you can't imagine having a voice with that type of range, but it takes time to develop. So Stevie he's the one trained me to sing more with my natural. Yeah. It's so good to talk about stuff like that because,
Yeah.
Well, what would you tell, matter of fact, let's ask that question. What would you tell artists that's trying to come up now that's, want to be in the music scene and especially artists? I mean, I feel like a lot of these kids aren't really listening to what people that have gone before them.
And you know what? That is the number one thing that they should do is if you aspire to be a singer, then find out who were the great ones before you and listen to what made them great. Why is your mom and your dad listening to them? Why is your grandmother and your grandfather listening to them? Why do they play Nat King Cole still to this day? Why do they still play all those great ones that we grew up? Why is What's Going On still one of the most popular songs ever? So my first suggestion would be do your homework. Find out what your legacy is. You will never be the legacy that if my great grandfather left something for me to build off of, and I stand on his shoulders, then I should study what my great grandfather did. But today's generation, everybody wants to think that there's a shortcut.
Instant satisfaction, instant gratification.
Microwave world where you want it now versus, boy, you better go outside and play until this food is ready.
Right.
Because good food, it takes time to cook. So I apply that to singing. It takes time before it can actually develop into a good meal. And, probably the most biggest aspect is learn the business. Learn the business, because if you don't come into this industry with a business mind, you might as well stop now.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of business that you have to learn, especially as an independent artist. You have to wear your own hat. I always say there's Cornell and then there's CC. Cornell wears the business hat. He makes sure that you have the finances to do this, to do that. And then CC gets to go out and enjoy the stage. So you have to have a double-minded aspect to this music world where, no, it's not just going to be something that, you know, you're going to go into a talent show and one day you're going to be big. This is not an American Idol story.
And
you actually...
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you actually have to put in the work. You do. Go on.
No, I was about to say, and I think that was a lot of issue with back in the day is that a lot of artists just concentrated on the musician part of it, and they didn't worry about their finances, and then wind up getting screwed over so heavily.
Whew.
You know,
tons of tragic stories.
Yes,
taxes, taking a lot of cats out. You know, and then you sign this contract with a record label, and you don't realize that all that money is called non-recoupable advance, but it is recoupable
on their part. They recouping it out of your money.
They recouping it. They say, when we picked you up at the airport, that's our money. Mm-hmm. When we dropped you off at the hotel, that's our money.
Yeah.
Before you know it, there's been a whole lot of guys, and I have a lot of brothers who've been out touring and things like that, and they leave and they come back off the road, man, Troy, with nothing.
Working their ass off.
I'm going to work. I'm going to work. Y'all coming off, well, man, I'm on the tour, blah, 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 blah. But you came home with maybe $400 in your pocket. You was gone 2 months. Is that all you? So even when you say you want to be a touring musician, it's not as what you think it is, because all of that money out there is controlled by the big machine. And the record labels, which, there's not many record labels anymore.
That's true.
So that's another thing for a young artist to realize, that you're probably going to be better off doing it independent.
But if you're going to do it independent, you got to know the business. You got to know your finances. You got to,
Yeah. So that's my little small advice.
Hey, but that's a big advice, because it's true. I mean, so many people fall through the cracks. Good artists.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen so many over the years, and that's what another aspect to paying attention to. You can see maybe one or two people out there, they may be, flaunting this and flaunting diamonds, but them diamonds and the stuff they wearing around their neck ain't even theirs.
Correct.
So you got to realize that, more of it is show. That's why they call it show business. So they show you a lot, but the business aspect, it should be business before show. Mm-hmm. And my mom and used to always say, oatmeal is better than no meal.
That's true too. Okay.
So
let's shut up and eat it.
So you apply that to your business. Hey, if I make this, I make that, them crumbs add up to a loaf, and so on and so on. Then you do all right. It's not, but you still got to take care of your business.
Yes.
And that allows me to do another album, and then another album, and then another one. So that's how it works.
Yeah.
It's business first.
Hi, this is Mason. You're listening to my friend Troy on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.
We're going to talk a little bit about the Absolutely album and Next Life.
All right.
And then we're going to get to the latest single.
Let's do it.
You got so much to talk about. I'm looking at the time. Shoot, it's an hour already. So we're going to talk about a Not Possible. That was another bad song also.
You know what, man? If you listen to Not Possible, you hear the motivation of like Midnight Star and all them cats, so that was kind of I wanted a track that kind of sounded like Atlantic Star, Midnight Star.
Yeah. All the stars, Star Point.
All the stars.
Baby, what we have could never be explained. It's something Could I see the joy that you would bring? That is not possible. No, to let you get away. It's not possible. To ever be without you, baby. It's not possible. Not a shadow of a doubt. No how. No way. Every day with you makes me grateful to have a lady that's so easy to love. Yeah. When anybody sees the two of us, all the love that we have is so obvious. Oh, girl, I know that you can see. You can always count on me. And it's not possible. No, to be without you, baby. It's not possible. I can't let you get away. It's not possible. There is no doubt in my mind. No how, no way. It's not possible.
Yeah.
To let you get away. It's not possible.
That definitely has that feel. It takes you back to them 80 stars.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's that. You know, you almost kind of hear Midas touch.
Yeah.
You know, sort of in that vibe.
Yep.
So, but you know, that's the good thing about growing up and listening to what we call positive songs that make you feel good, is that's the kind of songs that I like to sing and write. Things, you know, you put on a record, you kind of want to feel good. You know?
Yeah.
And so we've been able to collectively, you know, do some feel good songs. Because I was asked a question in a couple of interviews, man, do you ever do any sad music? And I'm like, well, you know, I think there's enough melancholy music out there in the world for that. I don't really have to go that route.
Exactly.
So, because music is supposed to be about where you live and what your life is about, if you're being true to it. You know, so I had enough sadness early in my years that we don't really want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to make sure that I do more celebratory things and write about love and things that I actually am experiencing currently. You know, love is, it's an overused word. Once, if you live love versus then just use the word love, then it's sort of, there's really no word that you can describe when you feel great about something.
When you get that feeling.
There you go.
You just feel it.
You just feel it, man.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, when someone says you can't describe it, you really can't. If it's good, it's good.
And like you said, there's so many things out here that already make you want to feel down. Why you need a song to bring you even further down?
Man, you know, slit your throat music is what we call it. You know? And you know, that's another element to a lot of music. People go into depression and they go into suicidal aspects because of what they're listening to, or you're going to go out and hurt somebody. I don't want to be contributing to any of that.
Right.
That's just me.
And you know, there are artists out there that most of their songs are like sad. You know, I'm like,
yes,
because they going through a whole lot of negative stuff, probably.
And I don't know about you, how you feel about it, but if sadness is selling, if that's what's selling, and happy is not selling, then something's changed. The energy's changed on this planet. I guess you can say use a gauge on what's happened in the last 20 years on how negativity sells over positivity.
Right.
So it's one of those things we probably won't understand. But
I don't get it at all, you know.
And, when I get to travel and I come out and I travel to different parts over here in UK and Croatia, it's the opposite. People want that feel good stuff. They don't want to hear anything sad.
Right.
But at home, it's like, why are we on this? What's the sad trip we on, man?
Right. Negativity and everybody's mad. What y'all mad about? Y'all got more than most people on the planet, and you mad?
Oh, we mad, man. What is y'all hating each other for? Right. What is the problem? So it's just not. I don't try to understand it no more. So we ain't got time. I mean, I'm sure you the same way.
Yep.
Ain't got time, man.
Matter of fact, my daughter's 13, and she's going to Australia this year.
Yeah.
Japan next year, and
nice.
She's already saying. She said, "Daddy, when I leave, high school, when I get out of, I'm even thinking about going to college overseas. I want to go someplace that's not in this country."
For real.
I said, I ain't mad at you, girl. That's what you want to do.
I say this, man, but my first trip to the UK was 2018. When I got here, and this is just brother to brother talking. It's the first time I didn't feel black. I just felt like I was Cornell. I didn't feel like there was I had to be a certain way or act a certain way. And when I left after my first tour here, it was a sad trip to the plane, man, because being appreciated as an artist, and as you know, Quincy Jones and all of, when those guys traveled overseas and they was appreciated strictly for their music, not what your color is, not any ethnic part of you, just to be appreciated the fact that you're a musician and you do something that they wish they could do. And so it was a big change in my attitude that, yeah, there's still people in the world that still appreciate our music because they don't try to take it. They appreciate our music. They know it's ours.
Yes. I remember when I went to London, 2000, the last time I went there was like 2005, 2000, something like that, early 2000s. Mm-hmm. And I was staying with some friends and they were like, you know what it is? She said, there is a certain way that Black Americans sing and perform, and it's only innate to you all. We can't do that.
Facts.
And she says, that's why we appreciate it so much. She said, because we can't do what you all do. We try to, but we can't.
You can go, they have a Brit funk or British soul, and they'll say it. Hey man, we listened, we try, but they can't capture whatever that. And you know what they can't capture, man? They can't capture the pain.
Right.
We sing from pain.
Yeah, their ancestors didn't go through the same thing our ancestors went through. Okay.
No, man, we come from a painful place.
Right. And a time when you had to hold back and you couldn't say anything. So the only way you got it out was through a yell or through a song,
Yeah. And you can't manufacture that. So that's the sound we have. And, even from the musicians and the musician standpoint, you can come over here and listen to some musicians over here. And one thing that they're real good about is they'll learn your songs to the T, but they can't improvise. We take it from the top and let's go.
Right.
And it ain't gonna sound the same every night.
Right.
But over here, it's more structured.
Mm-hmm.
They learn it. They learn it exactly like it is.
But don't you veer off it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. They don't understand that. Well, what you mean? Let's stretch it out. Stretch it out how? So, that's the difference. And, but I appreciate, all aspects. It's great to get it from at home. And it's great to go somewhere else where you still feel at home.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do, enlighten the people everywhere. And especially here in the United States, because
for sure
we are so in this trap of being spoon-fed this crap that's being played that nobody is really veering out to hear anything else. I mean, I remember even when I was a kid, if I heard on the TV, they had those top K-Tel records with Fats Waller and, Fats Domino and all that type of stuff. And that would make me want to go get it. And I want to listen to it. Nat King Cole. I mean, I wanted to hear all that stuff.
Yes. Yes.
And if I heard somebody say that this was their idol or something like that, like Shaka Khan's Night in Tunisia, I had to go find Dizzy Gillespie and find out what he was. Why was she, And everybody that she mentioned in that song, I had to go search out.
And that's what's missing. That's what's missing. And because we came from a culture, but our culture isn't as strong as it once was. Somebody actually is taking our culture and they're building another culture with what we don't use anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking at a culture, our culture has changed away from what built and what made us great. Because, you know, when my mom's, you know, my first cousin, I don't know if I said it, my first cousin is Johnny Taylor. My mom's, they call him Little Johnny. My mom used to leave the Bay Area, fly to Texas, go watch Johnny Taylor, Bobby Blue Bland, and, you know, they was getting in, you know, you pay $2 to go see them.
Right.
They was,
which is
you know,
crazy.
Juke joints.
Right.
Juke joints.
And they should have been so much bigger.
You know, and, you know, Rolling Stones and Mick Jagger and all them.
Biting off of them.
Biting off them. So I've watched it in my own family and what it did to those artists who the artists in other countries will copy and make millions of dollars off of them. And you still doing, you know, hope you make $200 a night, you know, and you got records out.
It's crazy.
So it's crazy how we've been celebrated in so many places, but yet we kind of become our own worst enemy.
I think some of it is that I think we as Black people also, we are always looking for the next thing. We're always changing. And
you're right. You're right.
I think part of that change, you don't look back at the old stuff because you said,
no,
I already know that. In some cases, that's old. This is the new thing that I'm putting out. This is the new thing that I'm putting out. But still, sometimes you got to go back.
You got to go back
and check out what was going on back there too.
Right, right. I mean, at least to pull some of the energy from it. Maybe not try to sound like it, but maybe pull some of. I mean, when Beyonce did, you know, Frankie Beverly over again, that was like, yeah,
right.
You know, pay homage.
Yeah,
you know, because everybody loved Can't Let Go.
That's right, and I give it to Bruno Mars too.
Facts.
Yes. Bruno be digging in everybody. Go ahead. Bruno does a little bit of everything.
Bruno went and got my buddies Confunctions right. Love Train. Right. You know, Felton and Mike, man, they all of a sudden they went, ooh, because they paid homage. And if we get a little bit more of that, you know, Anderson .Paak and, you know, Bruno, them cats, man. Yeah. But they hung out with Bootsy. Mm-hmm. Bootsy is like, okay, I'm gonna put you with some cats. If you want to get that sound, you gotta hang out with us. Yeah. So, you know, and that's what you got to do. Hopefully we'll get more of that.
I mean, slowly but surely, I think so.
I do too. I think we're in a good place. We're a lot better than we were, say, 10 years ago.
Oh, definitely.
Hey, everybody, this is Russell Taylor, and I'm hanging out with my man, Troy Saunders, on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.
We're going to get back to your music.
All right.
Next life. One of my jams on there is I'm Here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I started a lot of my shows with that one.
Yeah. And it's the first song on the album. It was a perfect introduction song.
You know, it's always funny to try to pick the order. So my producers, you know, he always says, man, look, man, that's on you. We did the song. You figure out how you want to start it. So I'm Here was more of a statement. And that's why it had to be first on that album. And
it was perfect. I said, you know what? I couldn't pick the better lead song.
I'm here.
And I was thinking about, hey, this should start up the podcast. But I said, no, let's go back. And I think the other song was a good lead song also. So I said, let's do that one.
Yeah. So, yeah. Right, I appreciate it. Yes, sir.
So we're going to check out I'm Here, y'all. Yeah. CC's telling you, hey, I'm here. I ain't going nowhere.
Mm-mm.
I'm just, y'all, this is just beginning.
Yeah.
Relationships are built on trust, and baby, I've learned a lot about the do's and don'ts. I'm not perfect, I can't run, but I can tell you one thing for sure. As sure as the sun is high, baby, we can't deny. No need for asking why. This is the place to be, baby, having you next to me, because I'm here with you, you're here with me. This is the place to be, baby, having you next to me, because I'm here with you and you're here with me, baby. You're the queen of my soul, and you're the only one I wanna hold, cause I love the way you look so sexy right before you fall asleep. Every day that I wake up, I'm so thankful and grateful, just like a breath of fresh air, baby, knowing that you're here with me, having you next to me, baby, cause I'm here with you, you're here with me. This is the place to be, having you next to me, girl, I'm here right here with you, you're here, no doubt about it, baby. This is the place to be, having you next to me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's smooth.
Thank you, man.
That's
Thank
what it
you.
is. Sunday, you on a Sunday drive, just like,
Everything's cool.
Right.
Everything's cool. Because we come from a cool era. We come from a cool era, and you didn't really have to try to be cool. You just cool.
That's it. You just living life, relaxing.
Yeah, ain't no problems. Let's just roll.
Saturday morning, you get there, wash the car.
all that. Yeah, but that's kind of the vibe of that. I'm here. You're here with me. I'm here with you, and it's good.
Well, what's going on next for you? What's going on next?
I'm actually we have a vault of songs that we've recorded for the next album, and the next album is called Let It Go. And if you have some issues in your life, things like that, this album is dedicated to letting things go. And so that's going to be the message for the new album. So right now there's collaborations that I'm doing with certain DJs over here in the UK. It's Brian Power and Ernie McComb. There's some things that are coming out, duet with Narda Michael Walden that's coming out late summer. And, so we're excited about that. So what's next is just a continuation of, carrying on that good feeling music. And I'm looking forward to presenting it. And hopefully the audience will love it.
Any shows coming up in the United States?
Yeah, actually, when I leave here at the end of June. So August 12th, I head back to the Bay Area. I have a big show in the Bay Area that I'm looking forward to. So, yeah.
Cool. Shoot, I'm starting to do some shows around too. So maybe I keep you.
Man, I told you, man. When you do New York, you give me a call, man. We'll come up there and do the thing, man.
All right. Because I'm doing a show in September in Connecticut. It's it's gonna be my bass gala. It's gonna be a whole jazz show.
Right.
So Steve Kroons used to work with Luther. He's gonna be presenting some Latin jazz, and Ty Stevens and soul jazz are gonna come up in there and lace us with some soulful jazz, and Carla Cook is going to give us some Ella, Sarah vibes,
Yeah. All good. Good.
So I'm looking forward to that. So you just heard it. Come on up to Connecticut. Matter of fact, go on over to the Bass website, www.bassentertainment.com. That's BAAS entertainment.com. And go to our shop. Go to our events, and they will take you a link to purchase tickets. Tickets are only $50 unless you want the VIP, which includes a pre-show meal, swag bag, meet and greet the artists. And I'm sure there's going to be a whole bunch of other indie artists coming up there. It's just to hang out and listen to music and just have a good time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, come on up. It's going to be in Connecticut, in Newtown, Connecticut. And it's also benefiting two incredible charities. One is the Anna Grace Project. And unfortunately, she was one of the victims. She was the only little girl of color that was killed in the Sandy Hook massacre. And her parents started this wonderful foundation. And proceeds is going to her and her foundation, their foundation, and Chelsea's charity, which is a young lady that lives in Danbury, Connecticut. And she started this charity when she was still in elementary school because she found out just getting away by doing art and by drawing and through the arts that she was able to relax. And she decided that, I'm going to start a charity where I get art supplies and art lessons to kids at risk all around the country.
Wow.
So she's been doing this since she was 8, and now she's 13, and it's just getting bigger and better every year. She's been on national TV just doing her thing. Yeah. So, so the benefit, the show also benefits these two worthy charities. So, like I said, we got to give back to one another, and we got to keep spreading. Not only
That's a
through
beautiful
the music,
thing.
not through music, through art, and matter of fact, I want to tell you that the Anna Grace Project, they have a school named after Anna Grace in Hartford, Connecticut. And it goes from kindergarten up to high school. And from kindergarten, they are teaching these kids music instruments.
Wow.
And I went to an event that they had there a couple of months ago. And the middle school students were playing. Those kids are ready to gig right now. They had every instrument up in there. I mean, even steel drums. They had steel drums up in there. They're learning everything up in that school.
That is beautiful.
And her father is a jazz musician, Jimmy Green.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, keep that going, brother. Keep that going.
Definitely. So I just want to tell you, thank you, man. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for hanging out with me. It's been a pleasure. I love your music. Keep doing what you do.
Thank you.
And together, we're going to change what's going on around here.
Absolutely. It's such an honor, man, hanging out with you, Troy. And just anytime, man, I'll we chop it up pretty nice. So give me a call. I'll give you a call. We'll hook up somewhere out there in the music world. And but for you, I appreciate you reaching out to me, being prepared with great questions. And I thank you.
No, it's my pleasure. My pleasure all the way around.
Yes, sir.
And
man.
I also want to thank everybody for listening to this podcast. We are growing bigger and better every day. I mean, last year we had 177% growth, which is like crazy. And I think this year we're beating those numbers right now. And I mean, people are listening in 32 different countries.
Yeah,
I find that to be amazing too. But with today's technology, you put it out there, it goes all over.
It's amazing. It's amazing. That's the one good thing we can say about technology. It gives us a wider audience, and it's amazing. So you're right. You're absolutely right.
And once again, I just want you to say thank you to all the listeners. Thank you so much. And once that's also go over to the website. We have Bass Entertainment T-shirts, sweatshirts. I'm working on a new website, so it's going to be new and improved. But right now, you can still go and look at check out the old website while it's still here. And please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Where else we on? YouTube channel. Check us all out over there. And tell the people where they can follow you at, CC.
Yeah, they can follow me at Cornell Carter Music. That's .com, CornellCarterMusic.com, Instagram, Cornell Carter at Instagram, and of course, Facebook, all of the normal. Not on TikTok, but all the other ones I'm there.
Yeah, I'm not on TikTok either.
I just had to throw that in. I'm not on TikTok.
Everybody said, you need to get on TikTok. I'm like, really?
No. I'm cool.
I said, me too. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm not going to do TikTok. I'll stay off of that one.
Y'all can have it.
TikTok has a bad energy to it. I don't know. It's something about it. I just want to stay away from it. Not downplaying anybody that's on TikTok. If you on it and you love it, go ahead, do it.
It's just not for me.
No, me either. I agree. And I want to thank the sponsors also. Barbari's Grill here in Danbury and Holiday Inn in Danbury. Thank you for sponsoring the show and giving us a block of room. So also, if you are coming from a distance and you don't want to go back that night, hey, the Holiday Inn has some rooms at a discounted rate for you all here in Danbury and Bethel, Connecticut. And Art and Frame in Newtown. Thank you. I mean, thank you all for just looking out and supporting, And
yes.
Once again, CC, thank you so much. And we are not leaving without talking about the latest single.
It's so nice.
Right. So,
that's the name of it.
Right. So we got to play that one, and we got to give a little,
And it's great. It's on all the different charts. So we're real happy that everyone is loving it. So nice. And we had a lot of fun doing this one. So, and I hopefully when everyone listens to it, they'll have some fun with it too.
Like I said, it's like, it's on that vibe of that feeling, it gives you that same energy, that same feeling to it, So it's if you like that feeling, you're going to love this also. Cause it's like he said, feel good music. It makes you feel good.
Yeah.
So,
well, thank you, brother.
No, thank you. And here we go, y'all. Thank you all for listening all around the world. And let's continue to share love. Let's share great music. Let's talk about great music too with our friends. Let's buy great music. If you love it, if there's an opportunity for you to buy it, go ahead and buy it. Get in where you fit. And if you want to download it, download it. If you want to stream it, but make sure you share with other people. Make sure the word gets out because, we got to let the world know there is still good music out there.
Yes.
And we got to bring it back up. Raise up the...
rise up.
Rise up. And CC, you enjoy yourself over there.
All right, brother.
And feel at peace.
Troy. Yes. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man.
All right. Take care now.
Take care now.
All right. Bye.
Later. And everybody, you have been listening to CC Carter. I mean, yeah, right. CC Carter, but we can say Cornell CC Carter here on the Bass Entertainment Podcast. And this is the song that we're going to go out on is It's So Nice. This is his latest single. Check it out, y'all. And have a good one. Peace and blessings.
To be with you tonight. And baby, it feels like we're gonna have a good time. And it's so nice. And I think I'm in the mood to drive out to the spot and have a drink or two. And just when I was about to leave, I noticed this lovely lady that I see, and I got my focus. Suddenly, I felt some type of chemistry. Could it be? This is my only opportunity. So I took a chance and asked, did you wanna dance? And you smiled and took my hand. And I can say it's so nice to be with you tonight. And baby, it feels like we're gonna there's no feeling about you that I'm feeling. Hold it up. Was just for me to look. Cause this could be a night that we remember unexpectedly. Somehow we came together. Even if it only lasts for one night. It's a dream come true. Till I have this time. So nice to be with you tonight. Baby, it just feels like we're gonna have a good time. We could have that time of our lives. So nice to be with you, baby, here and now. Baby, it feels like, and it feels like we're gonna have a good time. It's so nice, so
Hey, it's your girl, Allison Williams.
Hey, this is Devon Howard.
Hi, this is Beth.
Hi, this is Cindy Mizell.
Hi, this is Tony Walker.
Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Darian Dean.
Hey everybody, this is the Queen of Philadelphia, Tangeray Hayward.
Hey everybody, this is Yazira.
Hi, this is Mason.
Hey, everybody, this is Russell Taylor.
Hey, this is Shireen Crutchfield.
And this is Ricky Jones.
And we are Crutchfield Jones.
Hey, this is Corey J.
Hey, this is your girl Castella.
What's up, y'all? This is St. James, and you're listening to my man Troy Saunders on the Bass Entertainment Podcast. Let's get it, baby.